What's going on, people? This is Shy Harrison. Today is another edition of Interviews with the Rebel. And pretty much I took a little bit of a hiatus, a little break. And actually, it's really only just about 2 or 3 weeks since the last one. But I kind of got into the mode of really wanting to be a little bit more selective with the people that I interview, just because I was trying to, chase the format of, just trying to interview all the different business owners in the area. But what I really want is just kind of have people really truthfully and honestly and be more raw with their stories, plus trying to give more game to the people that are watching. So hopefully this episode is going to be just that. So today we have chef extraordinaire. We have, pretty much hustle. Somebody I've seen around for like the last maybe 2 years. And he's always been putting in work. Food looks immaculate. Like,
thank you.
I gotta order a plate sometime soon.
Definitely.
I seen you had some crab, Old Bay crab, mixed with like salmon or something like that. I seen on a flyer that you posted a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was selling the plate. It was like Old Bay crab stuffed salmon.
Yeah. So I definitely got to get some of that. So Today we have Chef Lito. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know you, who are you and what do you do? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but
okay. So my name is Chef Lito. As far as Instagram go, name is Starlone Boone. So I'm a travel chef, catering, private dinners, whatever you name it, do meal preps, all type of stuff. I am from this area. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. But I started my business in Charlotte, so recently I moved back here right before COVID to, pretty much like tap back into this area because I am from Norfolk. I am from Park Place, actually, so I always wanted to come back here, come back home and do different things here, and then I feel like I had established ground out here, so that I wanted to touch and reach, so yeah.
Okay. So, icebreaker question, right? Mm-hmm. So, if your life was a movie, if it was Lito,
okay,
what would be the 3 to 5 songs that would be on your playlist or on your soundtrack? So what are those 3 songs? Actually, let's make it 3 songs. The 3 songs that are like most pivotal to you throughout the course of your life. That was a good one, ain't it?
That's a good one,
yeah,
man. I actually got to think a little bit. I don't know. It's this song by Rascal Flatts called "Life Is a Highway." I don't know.
Rascal Flatts, like the country band.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. It's called "Life Is a Highway." I don't know. You might have heard it on Cars, the cartoon.
Yeah.
That song, yes. Because that's just off the top of my head. And I definitely do listen to that. Definitely listen to different type of music. Another song will have to be. It's kind of hard because I'm just like. What song could actually depict my life right now?
Well, not even right now. Like, what about like your high school years, your early 20s? All that type of stuff.
I'm just going off of songs that I just hear recently.
Yeah. Like, what was your favorite song when you was in high school that like, yo, this is my shit?
How about the Soulja Boy Turn My Swag On?
Really?
Yes. Cause for real, honestly, like I was definitely always been into fashion and stuff like that. So as far as that song go, I always woke up with that mentality like I'm about to kill these niggas. when I went to Granby High, so Granby High we was known for like definitely known for fashion and stuff like that. So I felt like I had to step.
Yeah.
Every time I woke up.
I feel like everybody has like an origin story. Most time we hear about origin stories like in the comic book Marvel when they first got their powers and stuff like that. The story that led them to who they are today. Right. So what is your origin story? What are the moments in your life that have led you to you becoming Chef Lito?
Okay, so start off. Well, I didn't finish culinary school, so a lot of people don't know that. Then for this culinary school, I went for some time, but come to find out my school wasn't fully accredited. So yeah, it was like really null and void for me. But
what got you into cooking though?
What got me into cooking? My mother. I have to say my mother got me into cooking. Just pretty much like watching her in the kitchen and doing different things and like behind, because I'm Nigerian on her side. I'm Nigerian, so a lot of different foods and a lot of different tastes and stuff like that I was eating growing up.
Right.
I was on top of American food, so really grew up in America. I'm not saying was born and raised over there. No, from America, but my mother is Nigerian. So yeah. So there's a lot of different things like growing up around her, just learning from her, stuff like that is what got me into cooking. So obviously when I went to Granby, just talking about that all throughout high school. Then really didn't get into it until I moved to Charlotte and was in Charlotte working at different restaurants. I was at the Hilton and different things of that nature.
Did you go to, what's it, Johnson and Wales?
I went to Art Institute in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, went there for some time. It was definitely an experience. For the short time that I was there. Definitely learned what I could learn from them. Took that and applied that to like every day pretty much. And so like most pivotal thing, we'll get to that point. Most pivotal thing was happening was like I was working for this job and I was in school going online at the time at Virginia University of Lynchburg because I had different plans and different stuff I wanted to do. And I had got fired.
Okay.
So working for somebody else, I had got fired. And
What you were doing?
I was a certified trainer in their kitchen.
Oh, okay.
There's a restaurant called Hickory Tavern.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So was working there and got fired, and I was just like, had just signed a lease. And I was just like, man, I can't go through that again. So I was just like, that was the pivotal point when I was like, I'm about to start my catering. I'm about to start a business. I was like, I feel like I learned enough, and I feel like I've done enough to where like I can formulate some things and put things together, create a menu, create a catering menu, create this, that, and the third, get my LLC, get all this business stuff in line intact so I can flourish eventually.
Right.
But, you know, thinking then I was like, it kind of hopped on the scene in Charlotte hot because I was selling plates that people wasn't really selling, like lobster, lamb. Like I was doing lamb in like 2017. I was doing it like way before people was like really even eating lamb. So
yeah, because I know when most people think of like dinners, they think of like chicken or fish and like some sides or something like that. So you're talking about like lamb and
like I came in the game nosedive, lamb chops, steak plates on Snapchat. This one Snapchat was hot. On Snapchat with it, posting like lamb plates with the lobster tails, with the shrimp, with the. Obviously, it didn't look as good as it looked now because you know it's a process. So yeah, that was like the thing. And
so all right, so let me ask you. I'm gonna interject real quick. So I'm big on like mindset and like strategy and all that type of stuff. So all right, so when you saw everybody else was doing like chicken or wings or whatever the case may be, I mean chicken is wings, but chicken or like fish or something like that.
Plate,
What made you say like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and give them like some lamb or something over the top like that? Like, what was the thought process behind that?
The thought process behind that was because one, I used to work at the Hilton, so a lot of stuff that I seen, like the fine dining type of plates and stuff like that, I've seen that. So I was like, okay. And then I look at the other plates that I've seen people selling and stuff like that, and I was like, how can I come different? How can I be different? How can I set myself apart from them? Because that's the thing about being in this business is like everybody makes the same thing. We all really cook the same stuff, but how does it looks different. Everybody has a different way of doing it, a different way of making it look on a plate. So that's why I was like, okay, well, cooking this, I didn't create, not reinventing the wheel. I just want to just add my own little spice to it. So pretty much I just came with pretty much strategizing. I was just like, okay, these people doing this, but at the time it wasn't that many people actually selling plates or anything like that in 2017.
It seemed like the people selling plates kind of popped up in the last maybe two to 3 years.
Yeah, like it was a couple of us like in Charlotte that at the time we were the only ones that I knew that was selling plates in that area, in the Charlotte area. And it's like 5 of us at the most. But then years later, it's like you just see everybody popping up.
Everybody's a chef.
Everybody's a chef, everybody's popping up. And that's a question, that's a conversation that is like, it's like, damn, like you look at it like, damn, like I put this work in, but then all these people was popping up. But then I don't knock nobody hustle, not at all. Like get your bread, but
you feel a way about it though.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah,
slightly. I did, but then I had to realize like, it's whatever. I didn't create this.
Yeah,
I didn't create this. I'm in my own lane. I try to stay in my own lane, so I try to do my own thing. So I was just like, all that's not gonna get me nowhere.
Gotcha.
That early.
Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna go back for a second. I know you said you was in, culinary school down there.
Right.
I know with a lot of industries right now, like, with me doing like production work or marketing work, a lot of stuff I just kind of picked up. Like I went to college for marketing and everything.
Right.
For the most part, I picked it up just by, going online or just kind of having a knack for it already.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you can be a good chef without going to culinary school?
Yeah. Because there's a lot out here that are good chefs that they ain't touched a school book, ain't looked at a video, ain't sat in no 5-hour lab before you touch the kitchen.
Right.
There's a lot of them out here.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's the consistency that gets people where they at. Like, it's a lot of chefs that I see. They really don't even call themselves chefs. People call them chefs. They take into the name now, but a lot of people that cook, they just are consistent. They're continuously learning.
Yeah.
This field, it's never no endpoint.
Gotcha.
You can always learn in this field. Like I'm still learning.
You're right.
I'm still learning. It's a lot of. It's not even about the followers and stuff, but it's a lot of people that has a lot more traction, that's doing a lot more stuff than me and stuff like that. But my thing about it is I'm staying in my lane to continue to learn and grow from this, because I didn't finish school, so I didn't learn everything. So a lot of stuff I had to learn outside of the school building too.
Okay.
So off trial and error too.
Right.
And that helps a lot of us too. Learn off trial and error, like especially with
that's
catering.
how everybody learns. Yeah.
With a lot of caterings and stuff like that, I can't even sit up here and say like I had fumbles in my early on caterings and stuff like that. But I took from that and was just like, okay, I messed up on this. Oh, I didn't bring enough burners for that. Oh, I forgot spoons for this. Oh, I needed to hire another person.
Yeah.
But then I learned from that, I was like, okay, now I'm better.
Right. What was the biggest fumble you feel like you had starting out?
Biggest fumble I had starting out, I think, was not trusting my own gut and pretty much relying on working with other people. In a sense, when I say that, it's like,
yeah, break that down for me.
If I could do bad, pretty much I could do bad all by myself. Like, pretty much, like if I'm a don't get me wrong, I don't have no problem with working with other people, but sometimes you run into these other chefs and stuff like that are like
people not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah, people big headed, people not in it for the right reason. Then it's looking like, oh, you money hungry, like,
right?
Or like the thing about it is with me, I got a passion for it. I love cooking. Like the money gonna come. Like I'm not worried about the money or whatever like that. It's just my passion for it, and I just felt like that was one thing. And then also not working on marketing at first, because I felt like at first I wasn't a people person at all. Like when I first started, wasn't a people person. I was like one of them type of people that went in and out of events. Like I didn't have that social presence at all. Like.
So you felt like you had to. I like that you said that, because I'm actually trying to figure it out. Like I'm a people person, but when I'm out, like it's a place I don't really want to be at.
Yeah.
Like I'm either like not saying nothing to nobody, or I'm like in and out type thing.
Exactly. So I would do these events. Just to go back to that, I would do these events. I mean, one time I had an event, and like I cooked the food there, but I was quiet the whole time. I didn't really say nothing.
And it was your event, right?
It was my event. It was my event, like for like a group of people, like a client of mine in Charlotte. And I wasn't vocal. Like I was just like, oh, I'm cooking, hey, like simple hey. I wasn't like,
you ain't go out there and introduce yourself.
I ain't go like, dude. I ain't go let my presence and my food speak at the same time. For that makes sense. I just let my food speak. I didn't really do nothing or say.
Do you feel like you got to be vocal though?
Yeah, I feel like you do, because at the end of the day, well, now we live in an age where like people don't want to spend their hard-earned money on somebody who just you just dull, like you're dull. Like you just there.
Right,
Like,
right.
if that's the case, I could have did that. That's what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I never heard a chef actually say that. I didn't know you had to be like a personality.
Yeah, like I feel like no, in a sense, I'm not saying that you have to be, but I'm saying like you have to do more than what I was doing. Like
you can't just show up and cook.
Yeah, I was just literally like cooking and leaving. Like, all right, I'm out. Like, all right, see y'all later. Like, all right, thank you. Like, then I was working with a good chef of mine, good friend of mine. His name Cooking with Cordell. What's good, my boy? Because I know you're gonna see this.
We're gonna make this a clip. Whatever you say. Go ahead.
So I was just like, did an event with him, and he just did multiple events with him. And he was just like, bro, like, you gotta be, like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? We working together, you know what I'm saying? And he brought that out of me to be more vocal and more of a people person, because I really wasn't a people person at all. Like, I'm such an introvert. Like,
really?
Like, hell yeah.
Even to this day?
Not more so to this day. Like, I got out of it. Like, at one point in time, and that's what I'm saying, I'm such of an introvert. Well, I was, because if you scroll down on my page on my gram, it's not a lot of pictures of me. It's really just food. Like, I had to get out of, cause like he made a good comment. He was like, bro, don't nobody know what you look like, cause there's no pictures of you on your gram. It's just food. And I just thought about it. I was like, that's actually true, because don't nobody know what I look like. They don't know who they booking.
Right. So you just show up to somebody's house.
It's just a cartoon figure. It's just a cartoon logo.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
yeah, somebody hired you to cook like a little private dinner. You just showed up like, yo, who is you?
Exactly. That's what they really looking like.
Right.
Like, we see the food, but like, who are you? Like, and I had to really like put that in perspective. And I was just like, okay, when I go to these events, be more vocal, be more interacting with my clients, because they spend their hard-earned money. They came together, put their hard-earned money together to bring me in. So to do and cook whatever. So that's pretty much that.
Okay. So I actually got two questions. First question to backtrack, when we was talking about school, right?
Mm-hmm.
My question for that was there anything that you learned in school that you would not have learned by not going to school? I know you said there's some good chefs out there who didn't go to school, but is there anything that you actually learned from going to school?
I would have to say simple stuff like different sauces, and like there's 5 mother sauces, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people that cook don't know the 5 mother sauces.
What's the?
Exactly. So 5 mother sauces are different sauce, like tomato, bechamel, hollandaise, and different things like that. Those are like the 5 mother sauces that
all the other sauces are made from them.
That are like bases, pretty much. So people don't know that. A lot of people that cook don't know that at all. Like you just said, what are that? What are the 5 mother sauces? Like,
I've never heard that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the things, like you wouldn't really learn that if you wasn't in school.
Okay.
But then the only thing you probably would learn if you actually because Google is a motherfucker.
Yeah, most definitely.
You go to
Google
people go on Google. That's what I'm saying. That's another thing why people don't have to go to school this day and age, because.
But you also got to know what to Google.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
A lot of people just be Googling shit.
Right. How to be a chef, and they're like, oh well, you ain't gonna get too much out of that.
You ain't gonna get too much out of that. Nah, because the thing about that is you gotta have experience with that.
Right.
You can't just pop up and be a chef. Like, because I've had people tell me, they DM and tell me like, oh yeah, I cook for my family and different things of that nature, or like I cook and I might sell places. It was just like, I commend you though for doing these events with these. It was like, I be doing these events for my peoples, or like I done cook, sold this many, I done selling plates and stuff like that, and they be like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a lot. It's not something you could just be like, I'm gonna just do it, because it ain't gonna work that way. Because then what if you just be like, I'm just gonna do it. You're not thinking about like the things that people don't see. The things that people don't see about chefs is like, niggas, the early hours, be up early.
How early?
You go to, depending on what you're doing. If you got like a catering that day, you up early cooking, preparing for it, because the earlier the better. Why the earlier the better? Because you never know what could happen in between that time, the time the event start.
Right.
So the earlier the better. The store shopping. You might go to a store that don't have what you need, so you got to go across town to another store. You might.
Don't Restaurant Depot got everything though?
Yeah, but
man, that shit is far.
But don't nobody want to just depend. Okay, let's put it like this. It's depending on you don't even need that much stuff.
Yeah. Oh, cause everything in bulk, pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much everything in bulk. What if you don't need that much stuff?
Then you just
so you could
money.
just and then that's another thing that people gotta take into accountability too.
Mm-hmm.
Your price point, how much you spending, what you spending on, how many people you cooking for, how much food do you need? Okay, I need this much. I need this many noodles to feed this many people. Like I need a box of noodles can feed a box of noodles for mac and cheese can feed what 10 people, or give or take.
Right.
It's just numbers off the top.
Right.
Give or take. Like, but I need to know like how much. This is a lot. Like that's why I keep a notebook, keep notes on my phone, all that stuff. Like then when I go and buy stuff, when I say price point, because if I know my catering menu is never going to change, or it changes seasonally, depending on what I'm doing, what I'm putting up there. I make something, but I go and buy this thing how many different times? I need to know how much that costs.
Gotcha.
So I won't continue. So I know, okay, I'm spending $1.39 on asparagus. And then I know, well, if I don't use it all, then I have storage retainment. So I storage that. Whatever I might store that refrigerator or whatever the case may be, freeze it over so it could hold. But then I think you gotta also take that in accountability too. A lot of chefs we do that as well. I'm pretty sure. We don't want to overbuy. Right. If we already got something, why would we go buy it again if we already got it?
And then you just wasting stuff.
And that's you just wasting money again. And then that helps you with your price. That's all boils down to price point. So it's a lot that come into that.
Okay, so what is one thing that you wish you would have learned before you actually started your business in regards to your business?
Marketing.
Really?
Marketing. Because I'm still having, honestly, trouble with trying to figure out, like, okay, where do I go with posting or creating content, and what times to do this, what times to do that, what do people want to see? So marketing, I'm gonna have to say is the part where I could post videos of what I'm cooking all day, but
after a while it gets redundant.
If it's not doing the attraction, or it's not bringing me because you could post all day if you want, but if it ain't bringing you the clientele, then
you're just wasting time.
Yeah, then I also need to learn how to do a website, because I got a website. I got a website right now, and the website is trash. I'm telling y'all right now, my website is.
You gotta have a nice website, man.
God, I don't like my website. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't like it.
I have not seen it, but you gotta have a nice website, man.
This website, I need. That's what I need to get redone, and marketing is something that I would say that would definitely need some work on. But other than that, the flavor profile is there, the look is there. Because people always tell me all the time, like, your presentation is A1.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I also pride myself on is presentation. Because people eat with their eyes first.
True.
Because they see it and it look appetizing, people are going to be like, where you at? Like, can I get some? Like, that look good. Like, I get that all the time. Like, I need some. Like, where you, all that.
Okay. So, all right, so when you first started out, I know a lot of people say they want to do something. Everybody say they want to be a chef, or they want to, start selling meals, or whatever the case may be. But once they say that, they don't know what's the first step.
Right.
So when you first started, like, how did you start to, build up your clientele? How you start to get, like, your first couple of clients?
We'll have to say word of mouth, for real.
Really?
Word of mouth, and getting business cards. Hitting the streets.
Business cards work?
Business cards work, yeah. It's crazy. Business cards still work. People still want that business card.
Yeah.
Because you might run into, the day and age of social media, but you might run into them couple people that you don't cook for out of that 20. Who the elders of the people that are there.
Yeah, they're gonna want a business card.
They're gonna want a business card.
Yeah.
And I done had that happen so many times where I didn't have a business card. They was like, oh.
They look at you different.
They look at you different.
Yeah, they look like you ain't got your stuff together.
Yeah.
That's why I hand out one of these and be like, all right, well, you can take that.
Yeah, like they'd be like, you ain't got no business card? Like I had an old lady say to me, you ain't got no business card? I'm like, nah, I don't. She was like, yeah, man, you need to get some business cards.
Right,
man,
right.
Like, yeah, man.
Anybody 45 up, they looking for a business card.
They looking for a business card because they want to see that. They want to see that you put that time in.
Right.
To get that done.
Right. Okay, so you said.
Speaking of that, see, Gary, I need some more business cards. Cause I know you're gonna see this too. I'm gonna get in touch with you too. Yes.
All right. So you said just like, kind of putting yourself out there. Matter of fact, you said as far as getting your first, clients word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But to have word of mouth, you kind of have to put yourself out there first, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So how did you put yourself out there? Did you just like do like a little post? I try to make this joint super like step by step for the people.
Yeah.
So like, do you say, all right, I'm cooking them, or do you just start like, all right, you start throwing up these meals on the gram? Like
throwing up first. Okay, so throwing up meals on the gram,
mm-hmm.
that helps. Like, cause you're creating a conversation.
Right.
If I throw up a meal, like I just posted not too long ago, these king crab legs, without the shell.
Mm-hmm.
I fried some crab meat without the shell, and that creates a conversation because it's like people like, dang, I ain't seen that.
Yeah.
I ain't seen you do that, even though I see it, but I ain't seen you doing it.
Right.
But now that you're doing it, I want some.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that creates that when you doing this, or can I get some now, or let me know, bro. I'm trying to cop some. You know that them conversations start, and that's back to that as we're saying, posting the food, posting the menu with it, getting them attention grabber type posters is what I call the food posters. Like,
and what are those?
The ones where they're more so a lot of videos. So when I'm actually pouring a sauce over something, or like I have these strawberry cheesecake egg rolls that a lot of people love.
Hold on. Strawberry cheesecake egg rolls.
Yes. That a lot of people love.
A lot of people love. You ain't bring nothing here, man.
Damn, I should have. You know,
yeah, you slacking, man.
I should have. Yeah, I should have did that. Yeah, you're right.
Bring not a plate, not a victual in sight.
So we could do this again.
Yeah, we got to rewind this. But so strawberry cheesecake egg rolls.
Yeah. So I'm showing people how I created it.
Okay.
That's what people want to see.
Right.
As well, because we live in a day and age where people learn visually versus everything else. So people want to see from top to bottom.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm starting to get myself into more now. Because at first, I was the type of person I didn't want people to really like see what I was doing and how I was making stuff.
Why not?
Because it's just like, it's like my baby. Like certain recipes, I just be like my mac and cheese recipe, I'm still scared to like.
Yeah. Certain things you want to keep with you, but I realized a long time ago, because I used to be that person, and then after a while I just started letting everything go.
Yeah.
But I realized that the people that follow you, like 90% of them, they gonna be like, oh, that look dope. And it's like, I could do that too, and never do it.
Yeah.
But then there's gonna be certain people that do it, and like they actually gonna do it and be like, yo, I got this shit from Lito. Like, he's like I do it all right, but his joint is like legit.
Facts. And it took me a while to realize that. But I'm starting to get to the point where I'm comfortable with sharing that.
Yeah.
Comfortable with sharing that. So like,
it's all about giving the most value out here, man.
Exactly. So back to the strawberry cheesecake egg roll. That's something. I can say whatever up here, right?
Yeah.
Good. I was high.
That sounds like some hot shit, actually.
I was high as fuck, honestly, and I was like, damn, I don't got no desserts on my menu. How can I like add, I need some desserts. I need something. And I was like, okay, one, strawberry is my favorite fruit. So I was like, okay, how can I incorporate my favorite fruit into something I love? Yeah. This is blended. Right. I love cooking. I love strawberries, my favorite fruit. So let's make it make sense. So I was just like, cheesecake. I like cheesecake. Okay, let me blend these two. So just never forget one day, it's like before I had did an event in Denver, Colorado, matter of fact. And that's when I first made them. Mm-hmm. That was actually the top of 2020, actually. It was the top of 2020. That was like January 1st, actually. Yep, January 1st. I created strawberry cheesecake egg rolls, and I had made the cheesecake mix, chopped up the strawberries, put it in there, put the strawberry dressing in there, syrup, blend, put the sugar in there, put the vanilla extract, put it all together, and then this, like I said, the attention grabber type videos is where I put it to where I was pouring the sauce over top of it.
Right.
That's food porn.
Yeah.
People want to see that. That's right there is an attention grabber type post. So as far as that goes, those are the type of posts that I try to get on. Like I have a post where I have somebody scooping out the mac and cheese, and it has like the
cheese coming up.
So people like that. The people want to see that. So yeah, or like the cooking of me flambeing something, setting the stove on fire with some bacon, sauteing something. Like people want to see you in motion.
True.
So
that's all video is.
That's all. If you want to see the motion.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of which, like, when did you realize that that's probably like one of your main sources of marketing? Like, all right, I'm gonna put together these videos that's like gonna, get people like hungry or entice them to want to like, come and buy something from me. Like, how did you know like that is like the marketing that you needed?
Just the traction that I got from the first couple videos.
Yeah.
The first couple videos made it seem like it was just like comments was just coming out of nowhere. Facebook, because when I post to my Instagram, it goes to my Facebook.
Right.
So I got to go to my Facebook and let people comment on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
And then all revolts back to Instagram, and then it's just like it's like a steady flow of people just like wanting to know where you at. When you doing this, when can I get this? Because one thing, people got to eat every day.
True. Multiple times a day.
Yeah. So, and if you cooking some good food, people gonna come find you.
Right.
Gonna find where you at.
Right.
And then that's what people understand. Like even if you out the crib with it, people understand. Like, all right, he getting to it.
Yeah.
And I done seen a lot of plates. I done pushed a lot of plates out the crib.
Yeah.
So and that's why I think like, damn, like I'm not even in a restaurant at the time. I'm not even in a restaurant.
Right.
So I'm like, if I could sell 30 plates to somebody out of a house, imagine what I'd do at a brick and mortar or a restaurant or a food truck.
Right. So, all right, so let me ask you this. For the people who are just starting out, who are cooking out the kitchen, what is a good number of plates that they should try to sell? Like, they just have a little selling part. And how much money do you feel like somebody who's really killing it out the crib should kind of have as like their goal?
I would just say probably like, depending on what you're selling.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, because seafood could get a little pricey, especially in today's time. So if you're doing something simple, like you spending, I would say like $100 to $150 on the food product. I mean, it's with the plates that you got to put the food in, the food, the utensils, the forks and stuff like that they're eating with, whatever size that you might need, the main entree, whatever the case may be. If you're spending like 150, 175, you need to probably like triple that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because 175 seems kind of low.
To spend on food?
Yeah, it seems like you probably wouldn't be able to get but so much out of that, but depends. I guess it depends on what you're making.
Depends on what you're making. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're making. Like sometimes, okay, like me, for instance, one time I made oxtail tacos. Okay. I made some oxtail tacos, oxtail burrito tacos.
Okay.
So went and bought all the oxtails, cooked them obviously, chucked them off the bone. I probably spent like on oxtails alone, probably like $125.
Okay.
And I would have to say, with everything else, I probably spent up to $200.
Gotcha.
But I sold each plate for $16.
Okay.
So for 3 tacos and a side of rice and some black beans. And it was.
And I'm guessing the rice and black beans ain't really cost.
And it costs you get like your rice like 25 cents.
Right.
Per pound or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, and black beans is nothing either. And then like I say, it's also where you go and shop at too.
Right.
Because you have these places where you can go and get it in bulk.
Right.
Or you can go and get it per item, per can or per per whatever you need. And so with that, I would probably say probably made like 30 plates of that.
Yeah.
And definitely double my money. Double how much I spent. Double how much I spent. Because then also you gotta think like if you selling plates, like definitely take pre-orders. That's what a lot of us do, pre-orders.
Let's talk about the marketing for the for a pop-up.
Okay.
So I know you said, pre-orders is key. Anything else that people should try to make sure they do when they're doing like their own pop-up?
Okay, so first, locations, everything. Menu. Make sure it's a menu that people, like, and people always say like, oh, well, you should charge, there's no way, like charging $20 for a certain amount of food. Like, I feel like $20 is a median number. It's a good number to start off with. You know what you're selling.
Right.
Like, because obviously you can't sell chicken wings for $20.
Right.
Nah. Look at you like you stupid.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. Nobody's gonna buy that. If they do,
right,
you got some good ass chicken.
right.
But like stuff like chicken, like Alfredo, because I also look at what people want to look at is look at not your competition, but look at these other restaurants and really look at their menu and see what they selling or what their price is when they selling. Okay, like you might go to a restaurant and it's 16 to 20. It's between $15 to $20 for some Alfredo.
Yeah.
Right. And somewhere up in there, your number for that plate alone needs to be somewhere in between 15 to 20.
Okay.
Because even after that person, say you're doing Alfredo plates, even after you set it at 18, 9 out of 10, what are people gonna give you?
A little tip.
They gonna give you $20.
Yeah.
If you sell a plate at 18, they're gonna give you $20.
Right.
Because then also, and this is kind of crazy, it's a little trick, but that I'm giving right now. I'm giving the game.
Get a game.
Okay. You set a plate at $18. People gonna give you the dub because they're not gonna want $2 back.
Right. They can't really do no that $2.
Yeah. So, and it's also be mindful of that though, because don't just expect they're not gonna give it back or they don't want it back. Because I've always been like, oh, 18, okay. Be like, oh, you got change? Yeah, I do. Here go $2.
Right.
They'd be like, you know what? Just keep that.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to try to keep the $2 without them saying that. And they're like, oh, you trying to keep my money.
Yeah, exactly. So that's some free game right there. Like, that's some free game right there, what you could do with that. But just also like just watch what these other people are like, other restaurants are selling to play that. Because you'll go into a restaurant and the food might not come out as good as it's supposed to be. One, they might forget your food. So you gotta look at that like you're charging for your time, you're charging for your labor, and you're charging for the food.
Yeah.
Like, and also be mindful of the price point, because right now a lot of things are changing as far as like prices of food. Like you can't really find certain stuff somewhere. Like the price of crab meat has jacked up. The price of shrimp has jacked up because of the inflation just because of COVID. So also take that in mind. And if people rock with you and they understand that, they will still buy your food. Yeah. Because they know like, okay, this is some quality meal. Like I'm not gonna find this quality anywhere. Right. I'm not gonna find this quality. Yeah, like for me, like for instance, I sell lamb plates for like $25 to $28. Over lamb with salmon or lamb with shrimp or lamb surf and turf with two sides. For $28, you're not gonna get that nowhere.
Nah, not at all.
You don't get that for $28.
In a restaurant, that's gonna be at least 30. $35,
$40.
Right.
28 is a steal. And the reason why I'm doing it because my overhead is not a lot. I don't have a crazy overhead. Right. And then with taking pre-orders ensures that, okay, that person has, let's say you, right? You order, I post a menu and you say, yo, I want 5 plates, but I want different things on the menu, right? You send me all that for those 5 plates. You're locked in. You're on my queue now.
Right. So you already know what you need to make.
I already know what I need to make for you. You're on my queue. That pretty much, that such and such amount of bread goes towards buying the food.
Gotcha.
So that's why we take pre-orders, because a lot of people use that money to buy the food.
Right.
So then you really not.
You ain't really got to come out your own pocket.
You really not missing. Because at the end of the day, you eat. I bought other food to take care of the other people, because that money that you spent on your food is going to buy your food plus everybody else's food. True. Depending on how many pre-orders you get. Okay. So then if you get a certain amount of pre-orders, you cut off your pre-orders, boom. So I spent that amount of money that everybody sent me with the pre-orders for, let's say, 20 plates. Right. But I get everybody's pre-order money for 20 individual plates. So that money buys all that food for 20 people.
And you might already started making a profit. You kind of know how much money.
Exactly, because after a while, you done it so much, you know how much you're spending, because the menus is the same. Right.
So let me ask you this about the menu. Is it good for if somebody has a pop-up, is it good to have a lot of things on the menu, or should you keep it?
No, I would say, you can do a lot of things, but a lot of things that are interchangeable.
What you mean by that?
A lot of things are like, so if you use this, let's say I use mac and cheese, right? Mac and cheese is a side. I'm gonna use that as a side for every other entree. Okay. So I could put mac and cheese. I could say, like the menu that I had recently. I'm gonna break it down. I had the 3 entrees were turkey wings. I had curry turkey wings. I had stuffed salmon, and I had lamb chops. With the 3 entrees that people could pick from. Right. The sides were cabbage, mac and cheese, asparagus, yellow rice, and thing like fresh green beans or something like that. Or something like that.
But it's all stuff that can go together.
But it's all stuff that can go together. It's all stuff that can pair together, because I always say on my menu, on my flyer, when I'm posting for a pop-up, you get 2 sides. Right. So you can pick it. So if I make one long pan of mac and cheese and another long pan of mashed potatoes and another long pan of broccoli and everything like that, whatever you said, because might got people that might want, like say you with them 5 orders I was talking about, each order you might have got mac and cheese on like 3 of them, mashed potatoes on 4 of them, but you're good because I made enough to where I could accommodate every plate. True. So I don't have to go all over the place with the sides. So I make sure the sides are good enough to go with the entree, and it's enough to where I'm not all over the place. Gotcha. Because mac and cheese can stretch. Right. If you make enough, mashed potatoes can stretch. If you make enough, right. Broccoli, all this side rice can definitely stretch.
But you can't do nothing like chicken wings. Cause on the side you can really eat with that, like fries or something like that.
No, people eat like collard greens and mac and cheese that's true. Chicken wings.
That's true.
I don't see a lot of people eating fries no more. This is crazy. I don't really see a lot of people eating French fries no more.
Dang, I need to step up my taste then. Yeah, that's the only thing I thought of. Like, get some old bit wings with some fries.
No, a lot of people like French fries though, but I just don't see a lot of people really
just
eating like, because people like in origami and bamboo. Use that as an example. People like, is there anything you got other that could go with other than these fries? Yeah. Nah, we don't, because that's all we. Because late night menu, so that's all we have right now. I had people ask me, "Y'all got spinach? Y'all got
at 2:00 in the morning,
1 a.m. 12:30 a.m. Like you got spinach, you got mac and cheese to go, because I don't want French fries. Can I get mac and cheese? Oh, sorry, all we have is French fries. Because it's a late night menu. Right. So people just be wanting different things. It just depends on everybody's difference. Depending on their taste bud, what they got a taste for.
Gotcha. Okay. So I got a couple more questions, and actually one of the last questions I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, so you can start thinking about it. I kind of want you to give like a play that you like done over the years that's helped you like kind of grow your business. So just start to think about that. But the question I have for you, a play. So like like a trick that you might have used to kind of help? It could be a social media thing. Could be.
I already told you one.
Yeah, you already told me one, but I know you got another one. That was a simple one.
Yeah, that was
a simple one. But you know,
I got you. I got you.
yeah. All right. So, speaking of social media, I know you've kind of like grown. Like you have a pretty nice following right now. So how do you? What were you doing to kind of like build your name up on social media? I know we kind of talked about it a little bit before, but
I used to promote posts. Like, Instagram, they have up there that tab to promote your post. Like, a lot of times, if the post was already gaining traction, I would promote it. But then I would also tag other food blogger pages.
Oh, really?
With the thought that they would post my plate or post what I cooked, and it has happened. And if they do that, and they have a grand following of like 100 and some odd K followers, they're just like that. You done gain 100 followers in an hour.
Okay.
It's happened. Like one time I posted some what was it? I posted waffle. What was it? A waffle. It was like a waffle with mac and cheese and fried shrimp in it. A waffle taco.
Okay.
I posted a waffle taco. I'll never forget.
All these meals sound like some high shit, by the way.
Very much so. I was high when I thought of this one too.
Right.
So I posted the waffle taco, and it got like 10,000 likes.
Oh, word.
But by that time, the page, it didn't even need to be reposted by anybody because it already gained traction.
Yeah.
And then hashtags too. Hashtags is big too. Yeah. Certain hashtags you use in your city and where you're from, or different hashtags you use that I look up that a lot of people search on. Because I've had people book me because they said, oh, you were under the personal chef hashtag.
Yeah.
You were under the private chef hashtag.
Right.
You were under the catering hashtag.
Okay.
Because once you do that, once you literally click that hashtag on Instagram, it pulls up everything.
I follow a couple hashtags. So
under that hashtag.
Yeah. So sometimes you come across some dope stuff on
You come across some dope stuff that you wouldn't see if you didn't click that hashtag.
True.
So hashtags, promoting posts, definitely but trying to think outside the box with stuff that I post too.
Yeah.
Like that waffle taco was really different. Strawberry cheesecake egg rolls was really different.
And all right, so let me ask you this. When you come up with something like that that's super outside the box, do you feel like, all right, I need to do a video on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I need to do a video or take pictures. Yeah. But I feel like videos get more traction.
Right.
Because it gets views versus likes. I feel like if we're talking about what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Recently a lot of my posts have been videos because
videos convert more.
Videos convert more. Yeah. Obviously pictures do a lot as well, but
pictures still have their place, but videos are like A1. Like you gotta have
keeps going around.
Yeah.
Keeps going around. Like that video done circle. Like it's a video actually on with. I can honestly say I went viral for it. It has 550,000 views.
Oh shit!
Like me pouring some Alfredo sauce, homemade Alfredo sauce on some chicken and sweet pepper pasta. Has 500K plus views.
I feel like I just saw that video, matter of fact.
Yeah, it's up there. It's on my reels. Like if you go on my reels,
I feel
it's
like
the highest video on my reels.
I feel like I just saw that, by the way.
That was.
Oh, this one.
Yep.
Okay.
That one has like 30-some thousand likes.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
If you click on it, you can see like it has like 550K views.
Yeah, 550,000 views. Yeah.
And I went viral, and I was like, what? What's crazy is that's how I got all the following I got right now, because I was on the road on the way back from Charlotte. And I had posted that video when I was in, like the week before, when I was in Ohio.
Right.
Because that was from when I was in Ohio. And I I had fell asleep.
And then you woke up.
And I woke up and I had like 100 followers and 100 likes. I said, I went to my page. I was just like, and then I just kept
growing.
Kept going. Every time I turned around, I got 50 likes, 75 likes, 100 likes, 100 likes, 100 likes, 100 likes. Next thing I know, within an hour, I gained within a day, I had just hit like 16K followers. I gained, then by that end of that night, by the time I got back here, I was at like 17K. And I was like,
really?
Whoa, I done gained like 1,000 followers in a day. So I was just looking at, like, what? And I finally, then by that time, I knew what was going on with that post. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it just kept going. When I was showing my cameraman at the time, he was with me, Shano Shachi. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's definitely dope. He does a lot of my camera work.
Yeah.
Me and him was together, and he was like, bro, like when he woke up, he was like, bro, you're at 18K. Like, and I was just like, I was looking at the video, and the video was like at 200K views, 300K views, 400K views, 500K views. I was like, wow. And
it's pretty much a simple video.
It's a simple. The video is only 24 seconds.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The hashtags. And I recently just posted that same video to TikTok, and now that's going viral on TikTok.
Really?
And that's just bringing everybody from TikTok over to my Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm like, whoa, like, they're like I really went viral. Like, I'm really sitting basking it. I'm like, it don't really feel like nothing, but I'm just like, and it's still going up.
Right.
Like as
it's
we're
only gonna
talking,
grow, yeah.
It's still going up. It slowed down,
right?
Because at first it was just like
crazy.
It was just like every time I blinked, it was like 100 followers, 100 followers, and I was just like, dang. It's like, all right, okay,
all right. That's dope. So, before we got on air, we was talking about COVID.
Yeah.
And you had to move back to Virginia. So, how did COVID affect your business? I know a lot of people, for everybody, it slowed everything up. But how did it affect you, though?
It honestly did not slow things up. What it did was it put things into perspective. When I say that, it gave me, okay, COVID. What about COVID? What can you do during COVID?
Yeah.
Can you travel? Can you go here? Can you go there? What are the restrictions in these different areas? Because every state got a different thing.
True.
Like I was still traveling during COVID.
Right.
Like I went to, like, you know how South Beach is open right now, wide open. I was in Miami during COVID, and the beach looked like ghost town.
Yeah. I was actually down there last June, and the beach was closed.
Closed everything off. They closed everything off, right?
Yeah, but the strip was popping.
Yeah, the strip was popping. Yeah. But the beach
wasn't nobody out there.
Well, nobody closed all that off. So it's one of the things like, what can you do in this area? And then one of my good friends, he was like, bro, this is the perfect time for you to sell food, because in the top of COVID, won't nobody trying to leave the house.
Yeah, and a lot of restaurants was closed too.
And a lot of restaurants was closed, so you can't. But people got to eat,
right?
And people not about to. People went to the grocery store, and stockpile, but it's not about to cook all that.
Nah. And after a while, people just
don't want to eat the same thing. People don't cook.
Right.
They don't cook. We live in today's society where a lot of people, they go out to eat, go get fast food, go this, that, and the third. So
I'm definitely one of those people.
So if you're
1,000%.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're creating a service where people can call you and be like, yo, let me get such and such for my family. But then by this time I'm thinking so smart, I'm like, who can I pay to put money in their pocket to deliver all this food for me?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're making money, I'm making money.
Yeah.
Everybody's satisfied. These people are eating.
Right.
So that kind of like changed everything for me too. Everybody was just like, I was just posting like a different plate sale every week. Sometimes 2 times a week, because it was just building so much traction in this area. When I told you I had came back here because I wanted to build up different things here.
Yeah.
And that kind of like, I would say COVID helped. COVID helped.
I feel like it helped everybody. Either was super bad or super good.
Yeah.
For me, it helped out a lot.
Yeah. So. It was either you was going to sink or swim.
True.
It was going to separate
the hustlers
hustlers from the people who, people who ain't with it.
Right.
Who ain't trying to go get it. And that kind of put things, that's why I say it kind of put things in perspective with me. And it was just like, it's go time.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like, it's go time, because it was just like, this is the perfect time.
True.
Perfect.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that.
Perfect, because it was just like, it got to a point where people was just like, you selling? Mm-hmm. Let me know when the next time you're selling.
Right.
Oh, I don't eat that, but whenever you're doing something different, let me know, because I want to try your food, because I haven't tried it and I hear it's so good.
Right.
Or so many other people have tried your food in this area.
Yeah.
And they told me it was good, but
they got to try it.
Yeah, now they got to try it.
Yeah.
So it was like a plate sale like every other week.
Okay. All right. So the last little segment of the day is the play of the week. Mm-hmm. So, do you got one in mind? If not, I got one.
Okay.
I'll start with mine. Then you can kind of. Right. So the play that I've actually been using over the past like 2 or 3 weeks is pretty much using your content like infomercials. Yeah. So I actually got this from a dude online thing named like Neo Davis. Yeah. So he was saying like, all right, at 12 o'clock, like midnight, post like a commercial or like a dope video of yours. Uh-huh. And you're going to get some of those people who are like up, like, because your content only lasts for like 4 hours, where it's like pushed out to people. Right. So if you up, like right before I go to sleep, I'll put out a video that I might have did like a while back. Yeah. That was like dope, that got like a lot of traction back then. And I'll post it at like 12 o'clock. It'll get like a whole bunch of followers, a whole bunch of likes, comments, all that type of stuff. Because people up and they tired of scrolling that old shit. Yeah. So they'll like that, share it, do all that stuff. But then in the morning, I'll just go in and just archive it. Okay. So I've been doing that like probably like last week I did it like 3 or 4 times. The week before that I did it a couple times, and it's generated like new followers, new engagement, all that type of stuff. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
All right. So now that you say that, that's crazy, because I've always thought about, I have videos that I posted that done wild, crazy traction that are old. That are old. I was just like, do I post that again? Like, do I repost that again, or do I do it again? Because I always wanted to know, like, if that's something that you just gave me. My play would be shout out to I'm go ahead and shout her out, Chef Candace, who's on the gram as well. She younger, inspiring chef, and she actually is a chef. She's dope, by the way. Meals looking crazy. Definitely got to get her flowers while I'm here. She was talking about doing reels. Okay. And that reel that went viral, I did that after like listening to her talk about it on TikTok, listening to her talk about it on Instagram, about like reels was a wide audience. Right. So lately, that's what I've been sticking to, like the reels. So them reels is like a play that I've actually learned from her. Yeah. To like further along my stuff. Right. Just whatever content you got, just make it a reel and just put that shit out. That shit is definitely gonna do numbers. It's definitely gonna do numbers. Like, some I might do as much as the other ones, but they gonna push. If people want to see that, they gonna push. Yeah, most definitely. They gonna push. And then the interchanging of the hashtags with those reels too. Okay. I started to get back on reels, but I haven't really added like any hashtags, so I might need to start doing that myself. Yeah, I was, and I used, I've been called a hashtag warrior before, and I was just like, I mean, that's fine. I don't care, because I want the traction. If I'm tagging Houston or never know, somebody in Houston might be like, I see this tag, I see his brother on this tag all the time. Let me see what he talking about. And then that could lead to something down the line. So book this brother to come to Houston. Yeah. He in Houston. Now he got ground in Houston. Right. He done broke ground in Houston. That's my thing. And that's why I use them hashtags. But definitely them reels definitely did it. Okay. Them reels do it.
All right, cool. This is definitely a good conversation, man.
For sure, man.
Where can people find you? What you got coming up? All that good stuff.
So people can find me on the gram. Obviously, my Instagram is Chef Lito, Chef Lito _. You can find me at Bamboo Room Origami. I cook there on the weekends. So coming in, chop it up with me, get some food. And if you want to like book me and stuff like that, you can contact me on my Instagram page as well. Like
you gotta get that website together now.
I do gotta get this website together. My website is up there, but my website is not where I wanted to be. Like it's trash. I did it myself.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school for that. I'm not big on that. So I was like, I just needed something. So I just threw it together.
Right.
But I'm gonna tap in with him because it seems he does websites and he does marketing. So I'm definitely gonna.
I do marketing. I got away from the website. That shit is a headache.
That's a headache.
It's definitely a headache.
I'm definitely gonna talk to you about that marketing.
Yeah, most definitely. You gotta lock in.
That's what I need. I need that marketing because I'm trying to grow more. Like, I want to continue to grow. I don't want to just like, even though I've seen the success of different things, cooking with different people and videos doing wild numbers, it's just like that feeds more.
Right.
That makes me be like, okay, I done that. Let's get more. I want more. Okay, 500K. Let's get a 100K.
Right. And you probably want to do it on a more consistent basis because that's going to lead to a whole bunch of other things that open up for you. So I definitely get it. So I bet, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Appreciate you always, brother.
Yeah, most definitely, man. We had to lock in. I keep saying you out, and I'm like, I need to sit down with him, like,
for sure, man.
One of these days. So
need it, man. That's why I told you as soon as you brought it up to me when we was out there, I said, whenever you're ready, bro, let me know.
Yes. All right, cool. Well, you guys, thank you for checking out this interview. Make sure you follow Chef Lito, as well as stay tuned for whatever else we got coming up, more interviews, more conversations, more plays, all this type of stuff. So you guys stay safe, stay roaming free, but keep creating, keep shooting, and you guys have a good one.